Hi friends, I'm Jen, a self-taught artist and small business owner currently based in Austin, Texas. Today, I'd like to give you a look into what a day in my life looks like, so grab something to work on alongside me, and let's just get right into it. As a full-time artist and small business owner who works from home, you'll almost always find me here at my desk, working away at different tasks and projects. And during the past 2.5 years of self-employment, I've been trying to find ways to prioritize my health and keep active whenever I can. And so earlier this month, I decided to get myself a walking pad that I can use while I work and have made it a part of my routine to walk at least 30 minutes each day to get my body moving. I'm slowly working up my way to longer durations, but today I'm just gonna walk for about 45 minutes while I respond to the comments on my most recent YouTube video. Over the past month or so, I have been quite busy putting together my next coloring book. It is going to be winter themed and it is officially launching in mid to late January. However, the pre-orders are currently opened. And since I gave out a free holographic sticker with the pre-orders for the fall coloring book, I've decided that I wanted to do that again for the first 100 people who pre-ordered this new one. I usually make all my stickers here myself at home, but because I want the Freebie Sticker to have a little special effect, I'm deciding to outsource it and I'd like to place my order for it today so that I have it ready for the launch in January. This is the design that I made and I'm making into the sticker. And initially I thought about doing another holographic sticker, but I think because the design is of a snow globe, the glitter effect would probably look and work much better. I'm really enjoying the design and I'm happy with how the mock-up is looking, so I'm glad that I'm able to get this out and sent out for production. Since starting my business, I've always been interested in creating fun and cute products to sell, and I've been especially interested in the ones that I could create myself here at home. It is my preference to manufacture at home because I am able to test out more designs and I don't have to worry about keeping large quantities of products at any time, and I feel that I can better manage and control the quality of my items. So that is why I was especially excited when xTool reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in trying out the xTool F1 portable laser engraver. The xTool F1 is the fastest portable IR and diode laser engraver that can print in high resolution with extraordinary details. It is equipped with a 10-watt blue light and a 2-watt infrared light, which can engrave over 300 materials and cut common processing materials. xTool kindly sent me their F1 laser engraver along with the desktop smoke purifier, which I find to be the perfect addition to this setup. Inside the main box, I first came upon the user manual, along with a few smaller boxes which will open in just a second, and finally the laser machine, which was a little heavier than I anticipated, but still quite manageable to pick up and carry myself. And inside the smaller boxes, we have the cutting panel, a material kit with various kinds of samples to try out, the exhaust hose, an extra key for the machine, some lubricants, and finally the power adapter. Now let's unbox the desktop air purifier. I'm actually really glad that they sent this to me because there is only one window in the small office space that I'm currently in, and there is already a portable air conditioner that we have installed by it, so I've always turned away from getting other machines or equipment that needed its own ventilation system. But with this desktop air purifier, I don't really have to worry about that, and I'm actually really excited to get everything connected so that I can start making some fun things here. Starting anywhere between 12 to 1 is when I typically take my long break for the day, and I usually give myself at least an hour, and I spend this time completely away from any of my work. My partner also works from home, so during this time, we'll have our lunch, take some rest, and just take care of any errands we need to get done. After having my lunch, getting my break, and reading the manuals and watching a few tutorials online to get a better understanding of how this machine works, I am ready to finish setting things up and make my first project. I've connected all the cables and the exhaust hoses, and I've also turned on both the laser machine and the desktop smoke purifier. So the next step is to download the xTool Creative Space and update the firmware. Once that was complete, I wanted to try out one of the xTool's test projects so that I can get a better feel for how things were going to work before trying out any of my own designs. I decided to try out their wolf design on one of the metal business cards that was included in the material kit. So in the xTool Creative Design Space and on the xTool website, you'll find recommended settings for all types and kinds of materials. So I'm just selecting the one for the business cards, and I'm going to set up the card on the plate. A really cool feature with the F1 is the framing capability, which will show you an outline of your design on your material so that you can make sure that everything is perfectly aligned and sized correctly before starting the engraving or cutting process. So when I find a placement and size that I'm happy with, I then set the machine to run its process, and I'm just surprised by how fast it was able to engrave this design. It is a bit too light for my liking, but I'm still very impressed with how quick and easy it is to use once you have everything set up. So now with my first project completed, I'm feeling confident to try out my own designs and will be engraving it onto one of the wooden coasters that was also included in the materials kit. All I had to do was just upload my design into the Creative Design Space, put in the recommended settings for this material, and I was ready to go. The engraving on this one took just a little bit longer than the business card, but it was still an overall quick and fast process, and the result is looking really promising. Again, I think it is a little too light for my preference, so I'm just going to adjust the settings and try it again. This time, I've decided to increase the number of passes, and this is much more to my liking. I wanted the design to be a bit darker, and so I'm very happy with these results. Lastly, I wanted to try out a different wooden coaster that I actually purchased myself. For these, I made a couple of more cute and festive designs that are fitting for the Christmas and holiday season. Even on the first try with these, I am really liking how they turned out. These are all the designs that I tried out today. This is my first time that I've gotten the chance to try out laser engraving. Prior to this experience, I've always had a small interest in exploring this process, but I was hesitant to dive further in because most of the machines that I saw were all quite large, and I thought getting into this process would be much more complicated than I anticipated, actually. As I was first trying out the F1, I did have a little trouble getting started, but it is no fault of the machine at all, but more so on me. In my excitement to get things started, I had skipped an important step, so if you decide to get one for yourself, I recommend carefully reading the manual and also following a tutorial. However, once things were rolling, I really found a lot of enjoyment in the whole process, and I loved seeing my designs on new materials, and my head started coming up with so many new ideas that I wanted to make. It really inspired and motivated me to come up with new ideas for designs, and I'm really looking forward to trying out even more materials. I think that the F1 is a great machine for plenty of small businesses and art shops, as it is quite portable and the process is rather fast. I can imagine that this would be a great addition for those of you who participate in art markets or craft shows so that you can customize items quickly and easily for your customers, or to create custom gifts or souvenirs for weddings, parties, and any other special events. I am currently planning to make another video soon where I will continue to test out more things and create new designs. And again, I just want to say a big thank you to xTool for sending over their F1 laser engraver and for giving me the opportunity to try it out. For 2024, I've decided to try out a hybrid planner system, which for me means that I'll be using a combination of digital and analog planners to organize and plan. For the digital aspect of my system, I will continue to use Notion, and for my paper planner, I'm going to be using a Hobonichi planner. The planner starts in 2024, but there are a couple sections in this one that actually start this month, so that is what I'm going to work on now. In the yearly index at the very front of the planner, I'm using it to track my habits and hobbies, and so I'm filling that out with the things that I was able to do today. And for the monthly calendar, I've decided to use that for a daily doodle because I prefer to use my monthly calendar on Notion to plan things out as it is so much more easier to move things around there when things change and my plans need adjustments. During this time, I'm also going to spend a little bit of a break for myself to just doodle in one of my sketchbooks. This is one of my favorite things to do, and it's a nice way that I'm able to create art that is just fun for me and that keeps me creative on a day-to-day basis. During this time of the year, I try to stay on top of all orders and get them out as quickly as possible in case that any of them include possible Christmas gifts. And throughout the day today, I was happy to see that I had actually received a few orders that I need to pack and have ready to drop off at the post office in the morning. Lately, most of my orders are for the coloring book, and today I have 3 of those to pack, as well as an order for a few stickers and a phone charm. I realized that I don't actually have the sticker sheet to fulfill this order, so I'm going to make that first. And while that is being made, I will need to cut some more thank you cards, and I'll also grab all the items for the order. Now, with everything I need, I am ready to end my day with packing these orders. This part of running my business is one that I have always enjoyed since I started. I think it is so special that people support my work, and so when I pack, I feel a really nice connection with you as I write out your name on the thank you card and personally package everything together. It is something that I hope to hold on to for as long as possible as my business continues to grow and evolve. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone for the constant encouragement and the wholesome support. And with that, I've accomplished everything that I had planned for today, so thank you so much for coming along with me and joining me today. I hope that you were able to get things done today as well that you were planning to. This is actually my last video of 2023, as I will be taking a little break during the last week of the year to spend time with my loved ones. So I hope that you have an end of year that is filled with lots of joy and so many happy moments. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I appreciate you always for watching. I hope that you have an amazing end of the year, and I'll see you all in 2024. Bye!